A sentence beyond the guidelines today for a man shot by a Kent County Sheriff's deputy after a high-speed chase on M44 east of Rockford last year.
The deputy says he thought his life was in danger. The driver, Christopher Imelmann, has pleaded guilty to 4 felony counts, including fleeing and eluding, resisting arrest, and operating while under the influence.
24-Hour News 8's Tony Tagliavia there when the 8 to 15-year sentence was handed down. Tony's at the live desk with what the deputy and the defendant had to say today. Tony?
He put the entire community at risk. His actions that day indicate that he doesn't believe the laws of society apply to him.
Deputy Joseph Glenn says Christopher Imelmann's actions left him no choice but to use deadly force.
The events of that day have changed my life.
Glenn says his life was in danger. It was back in March when investigators said deputies were trying to make a traffic stop, but Imelmann fled. Then a chase at speeds up to 80 miles an hour. Imelmann says he was trying to get into his driveway, but ended up in a ditch. Glenn said at an earlier hearing he heard the engine rev and feared Imelmann would hit him with his car, so he fired his weapon. Imelmann and his passenger were hit, but both survived. Imelmann told the court today he wasn't trying to hit the deputy with a car when he was hit with a bullet.
The trajectory of the bullet would prove beyond a reasonable doubt that I was indeed moving away from this deputy and not towards him.
Prosecutors and the judge concluded that is not what happened. The 46-year-old also claimed the deputy violated policy. The Kent County Undersheriff tells 24-Hour News 8 Glenn was not disciplined, though after an internal investigation found some conflicts with policy, the deputy went through additional training. Imelmann did apologize for not stopping when deputies tried to pull him over. Still, Judge Mark Trusak called his behavior outrageous and dangerous. Sentencing guidelines for the crimes Imelmann pleaded guilty to would have put the man in custody for a minimum of between 5 months and nearly 4 years. But the judge said that's not enough, sentencing Imelmann, a man with a prior negligent homicide conviction, to between 8 and 15 years in prison.
I am convinced also, sir, that if you get out and drive again, you will probably kill someone else.
Imelmann's attorney says he was disappointed the judge went outside the guidelines. His client has the right to appeal, though the attorney didn't say whether his client intended to exercise that right. At the live desk, Tony Tagliavia, 24-Hour News 8.